Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. Are you wondering if the person you are dating or you're talking to is just there for the good time or for something else? Well, usually they gave a sign earlier, but it is up to you to notice it if this is a bad sign or this is a good sign for me to continue with this person. So especially for all of you guys, ladies and gentlemen, who are dating or who are talking to someone online, I think if we are not meeting the person online yet, it is a little difficult for us to gauge if the person is real or if the person that proposing to love us online is a real thing or a real person. But so you have to be wise as well. So I think the number one sign that they will give you if that person is not real or that person is just there to dangle you or to make you fall hard for him is you don't even meet him in person yet and you just started talking to him for just a few days or few weeks, and especially a few days, and that person or that man or that woman online started calling you some sweet call names like honey, sweetie, or darling, or my love, then that's already a red flag. And another one is if this person that you are talking to online asks you to send you some private photos that should not be, and they tell you that if you real, I want to see if you're real, or I want to see that you're not a trans person, that's also a sign that that person is just there for something that it's not true for him, yet he proposes that he is really caring for you. The third one I think is that person doesn't care of how you are, what are you doing, what are you up to in that moment, because the person that really cares is or wanting to get to know you, wanted to be included what on your days, what you're doing and what you're up to. And the next one is that person really doesn't ask about your family, or where do you live, what kind of family do you have, very basic questions that a person that's interested in you would really ask. Like if you want to get to know a person, you have to ask, you have to be makulit in Tagalog. So if that person is not doing that, you have to think twice. And the other one is this one is for us ladies. So I 9 years long distance relationship with my husband. So I know exactly how it is. But mind you guys that my husband I did not meet online. I met him somewhere in the Philippines. So we did not meet online. Getting back to the subject, so for us ladies, Filipinas, not because that foreigner or that man comes to visit you in the Philippines, especially in your town, doesn't mean that that person will marry you. That is a perception sometimes that the Filipinas could never get their head wrapped into. Like, what if they don't realize that that foreigner that visits them is just testing them, testing waters. And you also have to know that if that person or foreigner that visits you did not bring you somewhere else, and after visiting you in your town, he just left you there and says that he's going somewhere else without you, take note that that one is already gone. That means he is just shopping for a woman. It's not like he came in the Philippines exclusively for you? No. That means he has to go somewhere else because he has to go to Cebu, he has to go to Manila, he has to go somewhere in the country to find the women. That means he was talking to not just one, not just two, but maybe 5 women online in the Philippines, and he is wanting to know which one would suit him. So that's another one. So you have to detach yourself from that person. I think the very thing that I could give an advice for you girls is do not fall in love online, because when you met a person online and when you met someone and then you met them personally, it's very two different personality. Another point that I'm going to give you is that person you are talking to online, every time you talk to them, they just don't they just talk about themselves, and they just want to talk about filthy talk, you know what I mean? Those kind of guys, you have to run far away from them, because what kind of a person it is that wanting to know you and you don't even know them yet, now wanting to explore things with you, those kind of talk. If the person cares for you, they won't talk to you like that. They wouldn't dare ask you pictures that is inappropriate for you to do. Because usually Filipinas doesn't give any inappropriate pictures. I don't know. The next one is he never mentioned about his family to you. Like when you try to ask, about his family, he ignores the questions, and he would say that he doesn't want to talk about much he doesn't want to talk much about his family. That's a sign that this person is not interested or is not willing to share life with you. Another one is when you are having a bad day and you just want to share your thoughts and your feelings to him, and he pretends to listen, but you could tell that he's not interested, or he's wandering his eyes and he's not even listening to you when you cry and ask you what's wrong. That's a red flag, a very red flag, that that person is not really into you at all. The other one is um, when they talk to you, they just don't mention their friends, that they have friends and how many friends they have, what they like to do and all that. It's another sign that this one is not falling for you, and he's just there to, have a good time, and one day visit you and dump you somewhere else because he has another one to visit too. And another one is um he doesn't tell you anything about his whereabouts, not because you are uh not because you are trying to be controlling, that you want to tell him everything he does. No. If you care for someone and you don't want them to worry about you, you have to let them know where you are. You have to tell them that, hey, I'm going somewhere this week, or I'm I will be with this person, and that if that person does that to you, then it's good. But if that person, when you ask them where you are, tells you that, uh, why? Why do you care? No, no, that person is not there and not for you. And another thing is let's suppose that you guys talking for like 2 months, or you are in a relationship for 2 months. You guys saw each other for 2 months, and you guys saw each other. Let me retract that. So he came to the Philippines. You saw each other and you bonded together and you guys had a great time together. And he continues to talk to you for another few months. And then suddenly he tells you that um, suddenly he kind of lost an interest to you, and he started shifting his his ways before, and you think, and you're confused. You are living confusedly because you don't know what happened, and but you're still thinking that he's just maybe busy, or when you send him a message, he sees the message but doesn't reply. That's a red flag. It's painful to be treated that way, but you have to, as early as I say, you have to detach yourself from that person. Oh yes, you spent an emotion already, you spent time with him, but hey, you don't deserve to be treated that way. Another one is, he tells you after you guys are talking, and he visited you already here in the Philippines, and you guys had a good time, and he says that he will be coming back to see you again, and you were hoping and counting the days until you guys are together again. And then later he tells you that he's busy and he had other things to do, and he tells you that I think I have to focus on my career right now, and I cannot balance both you and my career. And guys, that's true. That is already a boy gone by. You know what I mean? That means he's telling you goodbye already. I have my experience that way, but it's not my ex-boyfriend, okay? It's a sidetrack, I tell you. So, my husband right now and I broke up before. I'm telling you this, guys, so that you would know that what I'm telling you is true, okay? So, listen up. So, I was dating my husband, my boyfriend, and now my husband for we were dating for 2 years already, and he was giving me a telltale sign, and I could feel it in my bones. But well, as I say, it's 2 years already, and we are I thought in my head that we are doing well because we communicated. I was in school that time, and suddenly, uh, right after right after New Year, he tells me that um, he has to sort out things in his life. Can you imagine? He tells me that I have to sort things out in my life. I have to uh, I have to focus on my career, and it is not you. It is about me. You did nothing wrong, but I had to focus on my life, and I cannot get my head right if I have you with me. No longer wants to continue with me. That was a head blow. Like, that was painful to me. And there's questions in my head. I let it go because of I I can't believe that happened. But anyway, so that's it. That's just for now. Later, guys, if you want to know the rest of the story with me, my my ex before, and now my husband, because we got back together. If you want to know, just comment down below, and I will tell you guys what happened. So what I'm saying is when the person says those things to you, that he wants to focus on his career, and I will get back to you when my life is my life and my shit gets together. No, it's not true. It's just an excuse for you. Very plain. So if I were you, I would I would accept and move on. Yes, it's not easy to do that, but that's how life is. So I think that's the best. I think that's all the ways. I mean, that's all the things that I could tell you. The signs that I could tell you when the person is not really interested in you. My advice to you girls, men, if you are dating someone online over the internet, do not fall hard for that person because you do not know them yet. Get to know them very well. Don't say yes, I do, I love you over the internet if words that you want to hear, or all the things, all the words that I mentioned. If he's not doing that, do not fall in love with them. Otherwise, you will end up heartbroken and wondering what went wrong. What did you do? You're not enough. So, I hope you guys are. I hope guys you learn from those things, and please don't be naive. Be smart.